We're thrilled to have you with us from Denton, Texas, Apache Stadium. North Texas will kick it off to get this game underway. On the run from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So the Army Black Knights offense will be first on the attack. They say the tight end's always open, and that's what Josh Ford thinks. This guy's reliable, doesn't mind doing the dirty work. Trying to get the corner. The option, the keeper. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Black Knights lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
Second and long here. Straight ahead, it's Flores. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Ball's at the 27. His offense facing a third and long. Selling the fake. Still looking. He felt the heat, trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two. And the Black Knights will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Makes a nice grab at the 25. Gets away from one. Finds some space. Can they catch him? You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. The Mean Green offense takes over and they'll go to work for the first time. And here comes Jordan Marshall. He has become a key piece of this offense. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense.
What a challenge for this running back here. This late in the season against a conference opponent, one of the better run defenses in the entire country, too. We know this guy's been an absolute game breaker toting the rock, but this defensive coaching staff has had a lot of time and a lot of film all season to watch this guy and watch the schemes of this running attack. It'll be interesting to see if this guy can break through in one of his biggest tests of the year.
He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. North Texas in the hurry-up. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They'll go to the air on second and short. Good job just to get rid of that one.
Second and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of someone.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, North Texas. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Army sends its offense onto the field to start the drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Gets the back moving. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The give to the fullback. And he's brought down after a short gain. They punted on their opening drive, and now they need a 3rd down conversion to avoid punt. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that 1st down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. Punt is on its way. Looks it in. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. He'll get rid of it. What a job to lay out and make the catch. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down.
You know, you're seeing in college football now how the tight end position is evolving. The athletes playing the position now are just so much better than they used to be. And this guy on that diving catch, he just showed you that.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Just feeds the running back. He's got the 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And man, another nice run. And you can just see the balance. You can see the toughness. This guy's really good at what he does, and they're going to continue to feature him. He's already got 1 touchdown on the day, and I imagine he'll continue to be a focal point for this offense, and he better be for this defense.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. The Mean Green can be aggressive if they choose here on 2nd and short. He'll set up to throw. Out wide right, it's Bussey. Makes a grab and room to run. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. This is a designed run. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Mean Green. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. This drive will open from the 15. Motion from the back. They want to run this quarterback. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Back to pass on 2nd down. Just gets rid of it before the heat. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. We've reached the break, and North Texas has the lead. As we take a look at the stats, things are a little one-sided so far. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. They'll move the tight end. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Looking for room at the 25. He slides past the 1st down marker, and he'll convert that 3rd and long. The Black Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. Gives it. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
And the Black Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. Hauls it in at the 25. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Sells to run, looking to pass. Right side, it's Martin. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. All out of space. Touchdown, North Texas. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Lets it fly. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Black Knights will call on their punt team. Makes the catch at the 35. Touchdown, Mean Green. Stealing a score on special teams.
Hey, kick it to him at your own will, man, because that dude has a jetpack. He can absolutely fly. You see why they got him back deep, man. Catch it, let people kind of get an angle on him, and he just goes zoof, and takes off, erases angles. His speed back there as a punt returner, man, is it dangerous.
Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. Catch in the middle, it's Suggs. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. On the move. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Let's look at the big picture for Army. It can be a little bit tricky to balance that high school recruiting, transfer portal recruiting for some of the non-traditional powers. But when they're grabbing linebackers like this guy, you know they're doing the right thing.
Absolutely, and there's nothing tricky about that, right? Like, recruiting high school players is essential. Transfer portal is good to supplement, but getting a guy like this that can run at the linebacker spot, it can upgrade your roster immediately.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. And the Black Knights will punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Trying to make one miss. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Slings it downfield. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you could tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament.
He's loose on the left. He's at the 20. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, North Texas.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Black Knights offense will go to work. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Fires to the wideout. Left side is Myers. Slips one guy, now he's loose. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
You never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch to wake you up. They need to score a touchdown on this drive. They need to score another touchdown on their next drive, but maybe that's the play that turns things around for them.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that. So, I mean, come on, offense. Let's put this together. Let's keep this game competitive.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down.
Ready, go.
Leaves it with the back. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal foul. Pacers defense.
He was grabbing for anything he could get a hold of and wound up with a fistful of face mask, and it'll cost him 15. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Run it with the fullback. Plows through the defense. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. First and goal. Quarterback keeps it. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Black Knights!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And the extra point was good to finish things off.
North Texas, 35, Army, 7.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Mean Green offense heads out onto the field. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
Why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football game.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop down right now before the half? They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Second down, going to throw it. And he gets it away.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
North Texas will have to punt it away. Oh, trickeration. He's throwing it. And the pass is incomplete, and the fake punt is a wash. They managed to get the throw off, but couldn't get the completion. You always wonder, why not just leave the offense out there and run a pass play? They'll run it. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. Sends it back in motion. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
14.
Wide receiver going in motion. On play action. Caught in the backfield. It's Myers. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than cornerback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job by him.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Encroachment defense.
The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on 4th down. Unloads to the wideout. Trying to find the end zone. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are... Business 1st and goal. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Army!
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Reporting from the North Texas sideline, this has turned into a ground attack. Both teams able to run the ball, but they want to answer right now, see if they can continue to get some momentum. But keep in mind, they also want that passing attack to come alive. We'll see what they're able to do right here on this drive. I'll keep you posted on how things develop here on the sideline. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. Tries to do it himself. He'll find a little bit of running room there. It'll be 3rd down as the clock runs before the half. Timeout taken by the offense is their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Number 37 in punt formation to kick it away.
Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio update. The Black Knights will kick it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. As we start the second half, what do you have for us, Holly?
Guys, catching up with the North Texas head coach coming out of the locker room. He says this all the time, but the team that holds on to the football and rushes the best usually wins the game, and that's what this team has done in the first half. The running back has been terrific. Great ball security and offense now taking the field. They expect to continue that dominant run game here on offense to start the third. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. The run inside. It's Marshall. Turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out wide left, it's Bussey. Makes the grab in their space. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Mean Green. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
When these offenses defense is getting a rhythm. They're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
That makes the score North Texas 42.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Army has it back in the offense ready to go. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. There's a crease. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And these 3rd downs obviously are so crucial, and that's why you call them the money down. But just to get the drive started, man, you get the 3rd down, you get a little bit nervous. Nice job executing, running the football, moving the sticks, and now keeping this drive moving.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Incomplete. A 50-50 ball won by no one that time.
3rd down coming.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Off play action. Here comes the heat. They get to him as he throws.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
North Texas sends the offense out to get this drive going. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you 1st downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the 2nd half to get back in this game?
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incomplete.
A lot of room to the right. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a 1st down. North Texas has it going to work with another 1st down. Run in the red zone, it's Marshall. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Touchdown, North Texas. Right on the money, makes the grab in the end zone. Oh, and the extra point is blocked. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Army sends its offense onto the field to start the drive. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Second down to the air. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Drops back on first down. Rushes on. Trying to make something happen. He'll pull it down. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up one on the play. Long way to go on second down.
Here we go. Ready. 1, 15. Go.
He's looking to pass. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. And it's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
On third down, he drops to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. The offense basically has the whole field in front of them, backed up close to their own end zone. Uh-oh, look out. Rumbles ahead for 6 and all the way out to the 16. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They give it back to him. He stopped just short of the 25 at the 24-yard line, but it will be a first down. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Got out of trouble and throws. Out wide right, it's Martin. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. That's the end of the quarter, and North Texas has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Marshall. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes a catch, and he will score. Touchdown, Mean Green. That should move them closer to this elusive second win of the year as they build this fourth quarter lead.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Play action on first down. Got his man on the right. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few. Second and long here. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30. It's third and short. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. And the Black Knights will punt it away on fourth down. Trying to take it back. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how effective.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. North Texas now has a ton of work to do here on second down. Wants to pass.
And finally, you're seeing some life from the defense. They've been struggling all game long up to this point, but back-to-back sacks on 2 consecutive plays, they're at least still trying to fight back in this game.
At the 15, he's loose. Oh, he's got some space. The 40, inside the 30. 10. He is in. Touchdown, North Texas. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
I mean, let's go. That's a day's worth of yards right there on one carry. The home run hitter takes the snap, gets the football. He does the rest, shows off the speed, taking it 90-plus yards to the house.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Black Knights offense will go to work. The ride. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Tight end now in motion. Second down, gonna throw it. Oh, pressure's coming. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the fourth quarter, and they're still getting sacks.
Under pressure. Soft spot in the middle. First catch of the season for this highly touted wide receiver, and man, their fans have been hungry to see that. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Pulls it. And he didn't get the pitch off, and he paid the price. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their third and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Motion from the wide receiver. Just going to keep it after the snap. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The Black Knights will line it up on 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players, more physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
This has been